Today, we're going to take this griddle apart and find out why it's not igniting. I bought it on Facebook Marketplace. The lady said it needs an igniter, and we're going to dive in to see if that's really the case. Check this out. Let's see what we have in here. Looks like we have a brand new propane adapter. A grease tray with some barely any grease in it. The bottom of this doesn't look too charred. Oh, there's still some grease in the bottom corner, but overall I'd say this is pretty good. Some rusting up at the top. Oh wow. The inside of this it looks almost brand new. It looks like that's it, and the bag. In the Facebook Marketplace ad, the lady said that all it needed was a new igniter and that they only used it a few times. She said, I believe she said 2 seasons, but it does not look like it. It looks almost brand new. So we're gonna go ahead and hook this up and make sure we don't have a propane issue rather than an igniter issue right off the bat. And to test that, this is a brand new bottle I'm installing. We're gonna bypass the igniter and just light it with a torch. Let's do it without help. I do hear propane flowing. I can smell it as well. Yep, it's not lighting. Let's let that clear out. We'll light it with a torch just to see just to make sure we do have proper flow here. Yep, she's hot. I don't know if you can see that on camera because of the sun, but it is glowing and it is hot. Yep, and it's responsive too. It's down on low now, turn all the way on high, it's definitely hotter. Okay, so it's not propane. Brought it inside real quick. Even though I have no reason to lie, some people will claim that it wasn't on. So clicking, not working. There we go. As you can see, it's not a fuel issue. So as I was just in there messing around with it in the dark, I realized something about the Blackstone grills. They have a different type of igniting system, and I'm going to show you that right now. So these little igniters are actually called piezo igniters. I believe that's how you pronounce it. They don't require any batteries or anything else, but what they do require is a gap between the electrode and the ground, because what it needs to do is create a spark. And I just noticed that this is touching the ground here, and then I'm wiggling it, and it's very, very loose. It's not holding up like it should. And because these don't take a battery or anything like that, and requires that gap for this crystal to create a high voltage spark, if you don't have a gap here, you're not going to have any spark. So I think we can just tighten this up and create that gap and we'll have spark. So I'm gonna try that first before I order any parts and spend any more money on this thing. Okay, so yeah, you see how that's flopping there? This screw appears to be very loose. There we go. Now there's a gap between there. We'll bring it inside in the dark to see if that is a good fix or not. All right, let's see if we have any spark. Oh, we do. A little spark there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see if that is enough to ignite this sucker. Now we have the proper gap between the igniter and the ground, and we have a bottle hooked up. Let's see if it lights. Hear the gas. I don't know. Doesn't seem like that spark is strong enough. Oh, it worked. No new igniter needed. Try to say that 10 times fast. Let's try it again. Still not very strong. Let's try making an adjustment. Let's push this down a little bit. Maybe it's too far apart now. The fact that we had initial spark is encouraging, so I'm going to take a little brush here and just clean up this end. This thing should not be that dirty. She only said she used it a couple of times, and honestly I believe her because it looks brand new. It looks almost pristine on the inside. There's hardly any rust or anything. There's no cobwebs, there's no grease or anything like that. So I highly doubt this igniter has gone bad in just a short amount of time. That seemed much stronger that time. Perfect. And I don't know if this is an actual feature or a bug of this, but notice when I turn this on and ignite it, it only ignites this half first, and then it stops. I have to go all the way down to, all right, made a liar out of me. What I was trying to get at is, I didn't know if this lit one half first and then the other half by putting it down on low, because it does that right away. High, half, down to low, lights them all. Then you bring it back up to high. But maybe it's just, who knows? Maybe not. Maybe it just needs to be ran a little bit. So to get this griddle functioning again, all it took was cleaning up the igniter and tightening it. That's a good lesson to learn. Troubleshoot your stuff before you just go out and buy parts. I was this close to just buying an igniter on the way back from picking this thing up on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm really glad I didn't. I'm really glad I took a little bit of time to diagnose this. That's an important part of restoring griddles and things like this, and car maintenance and things like that in general. Take the time to diagnose before you just go out and buy parts and throw money at it. Although it would have been like a $20 part, I believe. It's 20 bucks that I can put into the next griddle purchase. In order to help this steel dry out, I'm going to go ahead and start this up and let the heat help dry it up. Still a little bit of stuff in the corner here, but as this is drying, I can tell that the initial seasoning was not done well enough. Not saying that it wasn't done properly, but it just doesn't look like you would anticipate a well-seasoned grill to be. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. I don't think I have to take down any of the previous seasoning. It looks fine to me. It just wasn't done well enough. The corners and the sides are not amber brown, so we'll take care of that and make this a nice unit. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. I might sell it. I don't know. I know I don't need to keep another one. Now that it's nice and dry, I'm going to take this inside and season it inside my oven. All right, well, it's the next morning after I've already seasoned this. So as you can see, it's that golden amber color that we like. So we're going to go ahead and cook some breakfast on it. Let's go ahead and install our drip tray. All right, there we go. So while this is heating up, let's go see if we have any eggs for breakfast. Looks like all 6 of them got a hold of that hay bale and tore that apart. And since they're all out here, I'm not too hopeful that we'll have any eggs inside. Let's go see. See what we got. Oh, looks like we have 2. So I don't think I mentioned earlier in the video, but I only paid 70 bucks for this griddle, thinking that I had to put another 20 into it. So I think I'm gonna try to resell this because I don't need another griddle. Have you ever found something on Facebook Marketplace where you thought you needed to put some money into it in order to get to work and you didn't need to? This is a first for me. I was pleasantly surprised. Go ahead and drop a comment below and let me know. So this is a pretty good example of just diagnosing a problem before you even buy parts. Like I said, I was gonna buy an igniter right off the bat on the way home, but decided not to. Did some investigation, and turns out I didn't have to buy any parts. It just needed a little tightening up. So again, I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoy stuff like this, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the Oaks.